Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Sir Worldwide, and as usual, I want to thank all my loyal subscribers, right? I want to talk about a subject here that is totally different from the political arena. It's got nothing to do with COVID-19, all right? So, the topic is LOVE, love, okay? Something I don't hear many people talking about that. Because we all caught up in these two sad things, right? Love is a happy thing. When you're born, there's love. Because your mother loves you. Because she brought you in here. And your daddy loves you too. Look, and I'm mainly talking to young people mainly, right? You got to realize that there's a lot of things going on here. And you wake up every day. You need to go tell your parent, whether there's two of them in the house or one, I love you. You got to say that, right? Because they don't hear it unless you tell them. They're going to tell you. But you got to tell your parent or parents that you love them. Love is a wonderful thing. It's just, there's not hardly anything more beautiful than love, okay? Now, you're teenagers. There's love there, right? For your friends, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend. But let's bring love to the table here now, see? Because that's something a lot of us forget to do, right? Like, buy flowers, buy chocolate, make it dark chocolate in case they just can't handle dark chocolate. Get milk chocolate, but give your girlfriend, your boyfriend some chocolate and flowers. That's what love is about, right? Give them hugs. I know we ain't supposed to be hugging and all that, but you know who to hug and who not to hug, all right? Okay, now, sometime I drive as a professional driver, and one day I picked up these three young ladies. On an earlier post I talked about it, right? I want to bring it back again because it's really a deep subject here. These four young ladies, I call them young ladies, they were teenagers, they got in my car, right? And I was playing some jazz because I like jazz. I think I had Miles Davis playing. And so one of the girls said, oh, I like jazz. So the other girl said, well, you can play it at my funeral. I didn't say anything. It got real quiet, right? So then I started speaking. I said, you know what? We have many chapters in our life, right? Some chapters are just like a book. They're good. Some chapters aren't so good, right? But if you're having a chapter in your life that you're not real happy with, just remember there's going to be another chapter. There's always going to be another chapter that's better than the one that you don't like. That's going to happen anyway, right? And plus, I think you were talking about suicide, right? Talking about play some music at your funeral. That's jazz, right? So I pulled over. All the girls got out except the one sitting in the back in the middle. She waited. And she said, sir, I'm glad I got in your car because I was going to kill myself. But after what you said that we have people that love us, and you also said that I would be hurting them. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about taking myself out because I wasn't happy. Thank you, sir. And she got out of the car. I pulled over. I had to stop for a minute and think about what had just happened. But I hope I helped her. I think she's still around. She's a beautiful girl. All four of them, they were really beautiful young ladies. They couldn't have been no more than 15 or 16 years old. But anyway, that's enough. Just let's love. Let's give love. Let's talk about it. Now, I'm going to bring these Grand Slam hitters over here because, that's what they do. They hit home runs. Okay, guys.
Thank you. And as they pass the mic, hi, this is Don and this is Carrie.
Yeah.
So we're talking about love today.
Yeah.
So
love is very important. I was just listening to Dr. Zach Bush, and just so happens We didn't talk about that we were going to talk about love today. But just so happens I was listening to Dr. Zach Bush, and he was talking about the coronavirus. And when he concluded, he started talking about love. And he said, and if you don't have a lot of love in your heart, then you have to find the beauty in things. Because when you see the beauty in things, that sparks the emotion of love. So you see the beauty of the universe. You see the beauty in yourself. See the beauty of your hand. When you see the beauty of your eyes. When you see the beauty of other people. That starts the generation of love in your heart. But if you can't see the beauty, then it's hard to fall in love.
Well, I'd rather stand in love than to fall in it. Because when you fall, it's like you're nowhere. When you're standing, you can see clearly and you can walk forward. And, well, we have different phases of love. We have agape love, we have fellatio love, and the other love.
What's fellatio love?
You don't know?
I don't.
Oh, come on now,
Oh, okay. So it's like that. Okay.
Hey, well, what have you been doing?
Dictionary.
What have you been doing?
Yeah, I don't know
with
the proper terms and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay. So, love is one of the most powerful energies that had created the universe and the
God
lives
is
that we have.
love. God is love.
Right.
They say that when you have sex, you're making love.
Right.
So,
exactly.
but the only time you really make love is when you make a human being. Because if God is love, then we are love.
Right.
And when you make love and make a human being, you have made love.
Right. Yeah, well, definitely.
But I guess if you don't make a human being, I guess maybe you're just having sex.
You just out there getting some, okay?
I don't know, but God is love. And everything that he creates, it is because, I'm assuming, putting together the word beauty with love, is that he saw the beauty in it. And he said, it is good.
Yeah, well, everything is good with love and all that good godness.
Yeah,
and
even though
everything.
it's not Valentine's Day.
No, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. You have to love every single day. You have to love your peeps, your moms, your dads.
Yeah. But you don't have to.
Well, you don't have to.
But the thing is if you see the beauty in your parents, if you see
Right.
the beauty in people,
Right.
and you see the beauty in a flower, you see the beauty in the trees, you see the beauty in the sun, then you're going to generate the love.
Right.
It's possible to generate love.
Well, I would like to say this about love, and it's an energy and it's a force. It's about what drives you, what makes you bring forth happiness. Now, people can live in a demonic state and love the destruction of life, which isn't love, and if you want to call it evil or whatever. The thing of it is that we need to definitely refresh ourselves on it. We say we love this and we say we love that, but do we really love it? Or we just have a momentary infatuation and it gave you a feeling, but then as soon as that feeling goes away, now is the love still there?
Well, feelings are something that have to be mastered too. Because if you're having a feeling opposite of love, love is one of the highest levels of emotion. Right? And the opposite of love is apathy. You don't care, you're in despair, you're hopeless. And you just want to die.
Right.
So what's important is that we listen to people who are loving. And that we listen to people who talk about love, and that we get a better philosophy and a better understanding on what love actually is. As a matter of fact, if we don't pay attention to our own thoughts, then we can put ourselves in a state of apathy.
Right.
Because love is a state of mind. It's just one of the many mental states that we can find ourselves in. Not only is love a state of mind, it is also an action.
Right.
Like when you say, I love you, but you don't do nothing for me, it's like, do you really love me? So love is not just a feeling. When it comes to the English language, you have states of being, and then you have action. So when you talk, you want to have a subject and a verb. So love is both an action verb as well as a feeling verb.
Right. And that still comes out to ACTION, action.
Yeah. It could just be a feeling. So if I see a flower, there's probably no action that I'm going to take on behalf of the flower, unless I put some water on it,
Right. Exactly.
to make sure that it grows. But to just admire it and have a love for the flower, a love for, what can I do for the sun? There's no action I can do for the sun.
No, just
I can
absorb
just
it.
love it and appreciate it.
Right.
So, but for people, if you say you love them, then they will be expecting some type of action.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. What kind of action?
Well, I mean, if I say I love you, then I think that you would expect me to do certain things.
Right.
Maybe cook for you, or maybe show my love in different ways. Maybe buy you things, or whatever I can do to actually express it, not just be lip professing and say I love you and then go mess around with somebody or whatever, and then come back, I love you.
Well,
So
within that.
but I guess you can love more than one person too.
Yeah,
So,
you can. Well, I mean, you can have
it's
your
different kinds of love.
right.
Too.
Yeah,
You
there's
got
different levels of love.
You have
Yeah.
the intimate love. You have love for your family. You have love for your job.
Right.
So there's the objective and the subjective type of stuff.
Right. Right.
So, but with this coronavirus and everything like that, people have a lot of fear
Yeah, definitely.
and not love.
Right.
A lot of fear, not faith.
Right.
Because, they have faith in what they're being told.
Exactly. And if you're just listening and just taking it in, and
Like a SpongeBob.
you got
No research.
No research. You got to investigate it. You got to
Investigate.
see what's going on.
Exactly.
And that means that you're loving yourself. So
Yeah, it is.
we're
Instead of just being a SpongeBob and just absorbing. Take the time to look up the method called the scientific method, because in the scientific method, it helps you to become a more critical thinker. It gives you criteria that will help you better judge things.
Right.
Before you give your love and your respect, and before you believe something, make sure that it is the truth, that is factual.
Right. And
Okay.
we definitely, we've given you our moments of how to love, when to love, the types of
Yeah.
love, and the levels of love.
Yeah. And how to discern something before you just give your love. Don't give your love up that easily.
Right, exactly. So we love you, ha ha ha, but in a spiritual and a universal way. So we'll look forward to sharing more positive words with you next time.
Peace out. Peace and love.
Now, see there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I told you these guys, they can't help it. They just hit grand slams, right? And when it comes to love, right, like, try to just love one person if you're going to be intimate. Just love that one person. You ain't got to be sharing that with other people and all that, because that's a chapter you don't want to go through, because you're going to get headaches and heartaches and all kind of stuff. Just love one person at a time if it's intimate, all right? I'm an international photographer, right? I might see a flower over here. I'll take a picture of it. I love that picture. I love that flower. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to switch real just for a second, because this subject right here ain't about love, all right? Now, I have friends in Japan. I have friends in Canada. And guess what? This government, all right, they'll give up a stimulus, right? In a few days, everybody will get another stimulus. What, $1,200 that they said, right? My friends in Canada and Japan are getting $2,000 a month each, right? Now look, what you do is, when you get that little stimulus check, take maybe $50 or $10 and wipe it somewhere, put an envelope and mail it to the White House. I hope it stinks when it gets there, because this is ridiculous what they're doing. I'm just saying. Aloha.